Hey everyone, it is Leland the Realtor, keeping real estate simple, and in this video we're going to go over, is buying a home worth it? Now, with everyone out there saying real estate is never a bad buy, and values always go up, plus you have the flexibility of doing whatever you want in the home, and everyone says buying a house, that is the smartest thing you can do. Is it really? To tackle this issue, we are going to use historical data to determine what the financial return will be. That means we have to use math. Ugh, I actually really love math. So with this math, we can definitely help you decide if you should buy a home or you should hold off. It's important to note that money is not the only reason to buy a home, but it's definitely a huge concern. Please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if money is a factor in you deciding if you're going to buy a home. Of course it's a factor. I also want to let you know that we are not taking timing the market into account. Nobody has a crystal ball, and anybody truly able to time the market consistently is probably a trillionaire. So nobody. And now it's true that home values consistently go up, but how fast do they actually go up? To find this information, I went to the MLS for Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Corrales to pull out a ton of data. The first data point I pulled was every home that sold in the second half of 1999. This was over 4,000 homes. The average home price was $148,285.18. Then I went to the second half of 2019 and found that of the 7,500 homes sold, the average price was $256,044.72. That means the average home price went up slightly more than 2.7% compounded annually, which translates into an average of 3.5% appreciation per year for 20 years. Now that is an incredibly attractive return because assuming you put 20% down on your home, that's an average of over 17% return on your down payment per year, which is way more than you're ever going to consistently get in the stock market. Okay, so now that we have determined that over 20 years owning a home doesn't just make sense, but it's an absolute no-brainer, what about 2 years? Since we determined that average values over the last 20 years have increased 2.7% compounded per year, then using the same information, what should you expect in profit in just 2 years? The answer is way less than you're expecting. Let me explain. Say you bought a home for $200,000. After 2 years of compounded 2.7% appreciation, we can assume your home will sell for about $211,000 and your profit is $11,000, right? Now, if you put a 20% down payment of $40,000, then your total return on your investment is 27.5%. Now, that's amazing. You're just not gonna get that anywhere else. But we didn't account for the cost of selling your property. When selling the property, you'll be paying realtors 6% of the sold price. And there's an additional 3 to 4% of closing costs on top of that. That means on average, it costs about 10% the value of your home to sell it. So if we take the home you bought for $200,000 and sold it for $211,000, you would end up paying about $21,000 in fees, which means that $11,000 gain actually translates into a $10,000 loss. So if you own a home for 2 years, unless you are extremely lucky and just bought at the right time, you're probably gonna lose money. Okay, so 2 years, probably a bad idea. 20 years, absolute no-brainer. What's the cutoff? How long is the minimum amount of time you can own a home and not lose money? Well, that really depends on how conservative you are with your numbers, but from the math we have been using, the short answer is a little less than 4 years, but I would argue to say 5 years is more realistic. At the 4-year point, based on the math, you're not really going to make any money. And the money that you make will likely be such a low return on your down payment that you could have put that money into almost anything else and made more money. At year 5, assuming 2.7% compounded appreciation on your home that you bought for $200,000, your home should sell for about $228,500. After paying about 10% the value of your home to sell your home, you'll walk away with about $205,700, resulting in a $5,700 profit. This is an average return on your down payment of about 2.8%, which isn't amazing, but it's way better than a savings account of, 0.5% or something like that. Okay, so I know that was a very math-heavy video, but now you know buying a home can make a lot of financial sense, and it can also make no financial sense at all with potentially big losses. Now, money is one of many factors in buying a home, and using the information in this video should give you a good idea of the financial effect of making this decision, but it doesn't take into account the emotional side and being a more productive person because you own a home. So it's really important to use both the financial and emotional sides of how you make decisions to determine if purchasing a home is right for you. Just like anything, knowledge is power, and just learn as much as you can before you make that decision. If you want more content like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and follow us on social media for daily tips. This has been Leland the Realtor, keeping real estate simple. Although I guess this one wasn't that simple. Have a wonderful day. Hey, don't forget to check out all our awesome videos on our channel and recommend us to your friends, following us on social media and all that good stuff. There is tons of useful content for you and your family. Have a great day.